how this 184 horsepower holds up. Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be reviewing the 2021 Volkswagen Tiguan SEL trim 4Motion. This is all-wheel drive. The MSRP of this car is $32,000, but the base trim is going to start at $25,000 with it going all the way up to $40,000. And this is a great SUV for people who are looking for ample cargo space, and it's the only SUV in the subcompact class, compact class that offers 7-row seating. It is going to be a little tight back there, but when you're in a pinch and you need to fit 7 people, this car allows you that option without getting a bigger SUV. So for that feature itself, it does make this SUV very unique in its own class. Under the powertrain, we have 184 horsepower, 2.0 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. We're just going to pop the hood real quick, but before doing so, let's do a quick review of the key fob. This is what the key fob looks like. Very standard. Sorry about the moisture. This is how you lock it. You can hear the lock sound. You press this 2 times and then it's a remote stop, unlock, as well as the automatic tailgate feature. Just pop open like that. So with that said, let's give this engine a quick pop and see what's under the hood. See that Honda right there? That's a pretty sick car. That's 2000. Yeah, so this is under the hood. We can see the 2.0 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder pushing 184 horsepower. The engine is a little sluggish, and we'll be able to get a real feel for that once we take this on a test drive. Let's do a quick walk around. We're going to take a quick look at the trunk, see how much cargo space we're actually getting with this car. Yeah, so as you can already see, it's more than enough space. We can put all of the second row seating down, just pulling this all the way, as well as the right side. And we also have the cargo protection system. You can see the carpet mat. The texture is a little different, and you can just put the blocks around here for when you do groceries and you want to protect your melons or watermelons from just floating around. You can put a box around like this, and it will, oh, it's pulled a little too hard. You can form a little house. Under the cargo system, we do have a spare tire. Nothing really too much to note from there. Now let's go see how much space we get in the second row seats. All right guys, so this is a second row seating spacing with the first row passenger seat pulled out as if someone was sitting on it. As you can see, I have more than enough leg space. Head space is pretty ample, and it doesn't feel like it's crammed. And overall, this moonroof feature just makes it feel that much more spacious. We also have an armrest down here with the cup holders built in. No push out feature on the end of the armrest. And with the armrest down, this is a pretty comfortable seat to be in. It would be a little tight with 3 adults in the back seat, especially because of this bump right here. So 3 adults would have a bit of a difficulty fitting back here. We also have some cord outlets, USB-C, as well as a charging port right here, and vent controls. No climate control, but we are able to control the vent with speakers, and the material is pretty hard rubber. We have a little small pouch here on both sides, and overall I'd say the LED lights are a nice fancy touch. Overall, the cabin quality back here is nothing too lavish, but it's kind of Volkswagen style, very neatly put together, and nothing to really nitpick here. The start engine stop button for this car is located down here instead of the traditional button where it should be located by the steering wheel. Just a quick start. Solid sound to the close of the door. Solid thunk. So this also does come with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay standard. Even without the SLE trim on the base model, you are going to be getting that Android Auto and Apple CarPlay capability. However, you do need to get this option on the SEL trim for the wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay charging capabilities, which I find pretty convenient, especially when you have Android Auto working. It makes it that much easier to use both, get the most out of the two features together. It has heated seats, heated steering wheel. You need to manually turn off the heated steering wheel button through the console. You can't do it through the button that turns it off. And you have 3 levels to the level of heat. And overall, I find it to be pretty warm once you get it going for about 10 minutes. I really like how there's buttons for temperature controls, where on some cars you need to go through the console, but these buttons are pretty easy to use while driving, and it's also fairly easy to get used to very quickly when you are new to driving this car. On the center dash, we have the start, engine, stop, as well as the electronic parking brake and the different driving modes that we can select, as well as the auto start stop button off here, which I find very easy to use. On the Subarus, you do have to go through the consoles, but just being able to push a button like this makes it pretty easy to turn it off if you are someone who finds it annoying. And then your parking assist here, your cameras come on and your sensors on the front and rear activate, letting you know when you're getting too close to something. So that pretty much sums up the options on this car. We're gonna take this for a quick drive and see how it does. The sun is coming down, guys. I feel as if every video we're making is as the sun is coming down. It's a beautiful time to drive. How this 184 horsepower holds up. Doesn't feel fast. You definitely feel more power towards the lower speeds, but as you get higher, you don't really feel that turbo pull. Take this on the back roads real quick. Push it a little more. Feel the steering. We also have the option to manually shift. If we throw it into the right side, steering does feel pretty agile for a car this big. Overall, the acceleration is very bland. Even after flooring it, it doesn't really give you the kick you'd expect it, and the shifts don't feel as smooth. This is an 8-speed automatic transmission. Maybe if I throw it into manual shifts, it'll give a little more kick and power. Slightly better, but still not what you would expect out of a pretty sporty SUV. There's definitely cars that drive a lot sportier than this in this segment. For example, the Mazda CX-5. It's a smaller vehicle, but the driving experience on the Mazda CX-5 is definitely a whole lot better than this one. So I'm gonna put it into normal mode. Actually, probably throw it into eco or normal. We'll go normal. I just want to go over a couple of the safety features, as well as how to use the controls on the steering wheel, because it did take me a little time to figure it out. Okay, so this does have adaptive cruise control, but that's not standard. The only safety standard options that you're going to be getting with this car is the blind spot monitor, which is on the side of the mirror, not on the mirror itself. It'll show a yellow light if there's a car in your blind side, as well as emergency frontal collision braking. The adaptive cruise control, which is this button, these buttons right here, is an option that you need to get. However, I do find it very useful on long drives, and overall the system is very well put together. We're going to give it a try right now. I just need to press set, and you can see that I have it set at 43 miles. It's right here on the bottom, but by pushing this plus button, I can increase it to 55, However, the speed isn't increasing because I have the distance set to by pushing this button, I can set the distance further or closer. So even if I have the cruise control set to 56, it will adjust the speed accordingly, as most adaptive cruise controls are. However, this does a very good job in being smooth. Sorry, I'm driving right into the sun. This does a very good job in braking and accelerating very smoothly with the adaptive cruise control. You're not going to get that abrupt braking or that abrupt acceleration. Very smooth in the sensors and very accurate. This also has lane assist, and by pushing this vehicle button with the circle on there, you can turn off lane assist, active cruise control, as well as cruise control and the blind spot monitor. The multiple displays on the right side, we can cycle through the vehicle status, driving data, assist systems, navigation, and you get that all full screen navigation display. Or you can press view and you can change the center console how it looks. So you can pull up the tachometer. You can just go a full navigation display. You can see some key information statistics that you would want. Since start, I'm averaging around 18.4 miles per gallon, which is actually really bad because this car is supposed to be averaging 21, 22 highway and 21, 22 city and 28, 29 highway. So right now, I guess I'm driving a little too aggressive, and I have about 225 miles left in the tank. Let's do a quick audio test, see how this audio system is. Overall, I think it's pretty average. For the SEL trim, we are getting the updated audio system, but you're also paying around $33,000, so it is. I do expect more of a sound quality difference, but this is average audio.